What's happening, guys? Happy New Year. Firstly, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody for all the support on the last video. So in case you somehow missed it, the last video was the Triton vlog and the numbers on it are absolutely insane. So thank you everyone who's watched it and for all the love and support you've shown on it. So if you've been following the stream for a long time, you'll know this is obviously the best year of poker I've had. We started off really badly. It started off as one of the worst years of poker I've ever had. And so I'll give you a rundown of results, both live and online, and just how Triton's affected it. So we'll start off with the live results. Obviously, the first and foremost being Triton. So we had $100,000 in buy-ins at Triton and cashed for $686,000 in total. So a profit of 586k. So obviously I didn't front the buy-in myself and I didn't have all of my own action. And for those asking why, think of it like this. Imagine you're a mid-stakes grinder and somebody says, I'll put you in a $100,000 tournament and you can have 100% of yourself. Or I'll put you in a $100,000 tournament, you can have 50% of yourself and have 50k. That's why I sold action. I also made deals with some of the ACR Stormers when we were battling for the package, so I had to give a percentage out to 2 of the Stormers, and then I sold a bit of action to the community as well. So for those that have been wondering, I did have less than half of myself at Triton. In terms of the other live poker events that I played, in tournaments at least, GUKPT, slight loss. I think I was in for about 4.5k in dollars. The WSOP, we were in for 19k in total. There is a vlog there. Obviously, I played the main event, which is a 10k buy-in, and brick that, so a loss of like 15k. EPT broke even over the 2 EPTs. I went to EPT Cyprus and EPT Prague. I cashed for 17k in the 1650 mystery bounty. Luckily, when I bust in like 19th or something. I lost a really grim pot for basically the chip lead. But then I did pull the 10k mystery bounty, so that really saved it. And other than that, there was a few other tours I went on. Irish Open was one of them. There was the festival in Nottingham and a few others, and I lost there as well. In terms of cash games, live cash games, I only really played in Vegas. I've played a couple of other times when I've been at a poker stop and I've been bored or whatever and there's been nothing to do. Really like super low volume, so probably about 2k profit. So yeah, if you imagine it wasn't for Triton, live poker would have been pretty grim this year. But I'm a Sunrunner, so it's fine. So a profit of 568k. Again, I didn't have all my own action. Same with some of the like the World Series main and the EPT mains that I played. I didn't have 100% of myself there, so I sold some action. So even after Triton, it wasn't as, you know, as heavy as a blow sort of thing. But yeah, plus $500,000. So there's live tournaments out the way, and now if we go to online tournaments, this is approximately this year on GG, and we nearly had one of the best years I've had. I got my 2 biggest cashes online ever this year. So one I think was pre-Triton, this one, which was 8k. And then we got a really deep run in the Mystery Bounty, the 215 Mystery Bounty on GG for 12k, which was my first ever 5-figure score. And then since then, I've just absolutely dusted it. I've dusted it as well, not just on GG, but on ACR as well. I've locked my shark scope, mainly because I didn't want to see how brutal it was. But in the past, I want to say 6 months, I'm on somewhere in the region of a 35k downswing. The biggest downswing I've had financially ever. Again, I have sold some action in tournaments, especially in the bigger ones. I played the Venom, for example, on ACR, which is a 2.6k buy-in. And I was kind of just firing bullets left, right, and center in, you know, 215s, $300 buy-ins and stuff like that. And yeah, I've not really studied tournaments and stuff. So obviously I can afford the downswing, and this isn't a complaint by any stretch. But considering we got off to one of the best starts in online MTTs, it's the worst year I've ever had in online MTTs ever. In, how old am I now? 33? 33? 32? In like 13 years? 13 years of playing, and this is the worst year of online poker I've had in terms of online MTTs. So again, not a complaint. So overall, although I'm on the big downswing, it's break even on GG. This is from the start of the year. So we started plus 4k up, ended up plus 4k up. So I would imagine we also had a big score on ACR. Actually, we had like an 8k score on ACR as well. So at a guess, I'm gonna say that we are somewhere in the region of minus 5k in online MTTs this year. Last year, 2023. And now online cash games. So I should have really said at the start of the video that this year, because of Triton and because I was getting content in the World Series and stuff like that, this has been one of the lowest volume years I've had playing online and streaming and stuff like that. Obviously, I was away for a month in Vegas and getting some content for the live vlogs. I was away for a month in Europe, traveling around a bit. And yeah, I've been pretty inconsistent, obviously, with what I've been doing since Triton because I had some time off to enjoy myself. Anyway, online cash games. This is ACR, where we started off horribly in the year. It was by far the worst start to a year I'd ever had. Most of this is 200 blitz. You can see 200 blitz, the absolute state of it from this year. So yeah, obviously this just isn't ideal. I will say that I've not been playing fantastically all the time when I play blitz because sometimes I play when I'm tired. Being a streamer, I have to find a balance of like wanting to play. So like there's days where I don't really want to play poker, but I want to stream and stuff like that. So I'll be streaming and I'll be playing and not really focused, not in a good mindset for playing, which if you're not streaming and you don't have to, I'd really recommend against playing when you're in that kind of mindset. I also play in tough games in the way that I play during the day when there's quite a lot of regs. So yeah, and obviously I've just run bad as well. If you've watched the stream, if you've watched the content from 200 Blitz for this year, you know I've run pretty shit. Anyway, all we had to do was move up where they respect our raises. So this is 1k NL. 600 as well, I'm pretty sure I've been winning at. Oh yeah, look at that for 600. Jesus Christ. Only 5k hands though, so that's an absolute ridiculous sun run. We did fire a little shot at 2k NL. And just played one table while it was running and lost a buy-in. So, yeah, that's neither here nor there, though. Maybe we'll play some 2K in the future. We'll see. But, yeah, all stakes, we are running above EV on ACR and plus 7.5K, something like that for the year, which is absolutely fine considering the low volume and considering that we were on, what, a 5K downswing at 200 Blitz. So we absolutely take it. The only other site I play on in for cash games is GG. And again, a profitable year. So if you look overall at 200 Rush, we were on a huge downswing. But this year, we have actually... Nope, that's regular tables, which, again, been dusting. So this year, a reasonable year. Again, not that many hands. I only really play 200 Rush once a week, I would say, on Fridays, where we do Rush and Blitz Fridays, because most of my volume's on ACR. And we've been playing some 500 as well, which we are running bad at if I can remember. There's no fast. Yeah, so a few buy-ins under EV, but again, low sample size, but overall some profit. Running a bit below EV, but again, we're running above EV on ACR. So that's somewhere in the region of plus 10k in cash games, plus 11k, something like that in online cash games. There were actually some hands that I think I purged my graph at the start of the year, it might have been. So it might be a little less. I think we're probably about another $1,000 down. So we're probably about plus 10k for the year in online cash games. And then you got to factor in rakeback as well. So I know on ACR, I think I got about 3k or 4k rakeback. I'm on the elite tiered system. If I'd have put in more volume, I would have just benefited from that a lot more. If I'd have got the 27% flat rakeback, I probably would have cleared more rakeback. But again, low volume, wasn't expecting to have so much time off and stuff like that. On GG, I'm going to guess somewhere in the region of about 4 or 5k. The rake is high on GG, but you can just get quite a lot of rake back. And when you include things like the flip outs and the leaderboard, stuff like that, I'm going to guess somewhere in the region of around 7k in rakeback. So a pretty reasonable year, literally thanks to Triton. If it wasn't for Triton, this could have been one of the worst years of poker I've had. Probably the only year I've lost playing online MTTs. But again, it's hard to gauge because I would have probably put in more volume if it hadn't been for Triton. I would have game selected better. So many different things would have changed. I wouldn't have been firing, 5k EPTs and stuff like that. So, yeah. Absolutely no complaints from me. This is the best year of poker I've ever had, thanks to Triton. And so thanks to you guys again. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to go to Triton. So I wouldn't have had the best year of poker I've ever had. So that's 2023 out of the way. In terms of this year, what my plans are, no set plans, but I do just want to make sure I'm just making good content. I'm playing, high stakes. And this is going to be the biggest year of poker that I've had without a doubt. So I'm most likely going to go back to Vegas and play whatever stakes are running. I want to play like 10, 20, 40, stuff like that. So hopefully we can get some good content. In terms of the stream going forward, we're going to be playing up to 1 KNL most days when I do play. I think the loose kind of structure of the stream, we're going to bring back the cash game reviews on Mondays. Thursdays, we'll do MTT Thursdays. Fridays, Russian Blitz Fridays, 200. And then the days in between that I stream, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, if I do stream, we'll be doing the high stakes. So a lot to look forward to in 2024. I'm going to track my results a lot better than I did this year or even previous years. So hopefully this time next year, we'll have a more correct idea, a more accurate idea of how I've actually done in the year. And hopefully, I mean, it's kind of hard to have a better year than this year, but who knows? We'll give it a go. So thank you, everyone, for all the support this year. And yeah, all the best for 2024. And hopefully we'll have a good year.